女が箱の中へ。ご覧ください。これが瞬間移動スーパーマジック。
これです。
さあ、世紀の瞬間です。
Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon is one of the more popular and well-known anime you see on this channel. However, I still thought it deserved an introduction, simply because there are definitely people who don't know it, and I happen to really like it. So, let's get straight to it. It's a supernatural slice of life, which simply means that the focus is on the character instead of some big plot that drives the story. It's about the everyday lives of very much not everyday people. And since the characters are the mainstay of the show, let's introduce them. First, the name-giving Kobayashi. She's a very experienced software developer and a pillar of her team, with others often coming to her for help. This shows that she's capable, but also increases her already heavy workload. To relax, she often goes out for drinks with her coworker Takia, and when they down a few, their less serious personalities come out. For Kobayashi, that is her obsession with maids. She's really into that and gets pretty intense when talking about them, which is how the dragon ended up becoming the maid. Kobayashi was pretty withdrawn, keeping more to herself and putting distance between herself and other people, but after Tohru entered her life, she slowly opened up to having a new person to share her life with, which did her well. Which brings us to Tohru, the dragon maid of Kobayashi. She is, well, a dragon, with power equal to the gods and the ability to transform herself into a human shape. She's a cheerful girl, but at the same time totally not used to the modern, magicless world. So, Tohru is trying to find her place next to Kobayashi in this new world, where they enjoy their life together with their friends. After hearing that Tohru went to the mortal world, a bunch of her friends decided to follow her, and all of them are dragons of varying flavors. Kanna Kamui is the youngest among the cast, effectively a grade schooler. At first, she isn't the biggest fan of Kobayashi, but she warms up to her rather quickly and they start living together like a family. We often see her grade school life and her time with Saikawa, a friend she met at said school. Lukoa is a dragon who's rather, well, she was once a god, and I would immediately believe you if you told me she was the god of fertility. She is surprisingly wise when she wants to be, but generally she is rather playful and dense. Now she lives with a human boy as well. The cursed dragon Fafnir grumbles a lot and doesn't like people. His default answer is to annihilate all enemies, but eventually he warms up to the world after living in it for some time. And then there is Elma. She's a real glutton, and to satiate her love for the food of the mortal world, she ends up working at Kobayashi's company. But how did she even get that job? Magic? She's popular in the office and all other employees like to give her snacks. The hardest battles for Elma are not spending her entire paycheck on snacks and deciding which flavors to get. It's their total lack of Earth's common sense, combined with their many years of life experience, that often leads to crazy situations. Since they look at everything through the lens of a fantasy world, even normal things can become an adventure. And it's these wacky, adventurous moments that make even the most mundane things surprising, that makes me enjoy this anime so much. Now, you might think this anime is only about happy-go-lucky and feel-good, but it also has some heavier beats and faces some less pleasant thoughts. But what is the sweet without the bitter? You need contrast for something truly shiny. I will admit the story can seem a bit fun. After all, it can be reduced to a group of dragons go and live in the mortal world. And yes, that is what mostly happens, but that is simply due to it being a more character-focused show. There is still plenty of stuff that happens, just that it will seem a lot less interesting than it ends up being if I describe it here. As of making this video in early 2025, there are 2 seasons with 12 or so episodes each out, and the movie is announced for the foreseeable future. The manga is still ongoing and there are some spin-off mangas running as well, so there's a good chance we'll see some more content of this in the future. And what about the intro and outro? Should you watch them? We all know that an intro can easily spoil important parts of the story. But you don't need to worry. The only thing this intro spoils is the characters that join the show, so you can watch it without worry. And the same thing goes for the outro. In fact, I would recommend watching them because they're really good. So, after saying this much, do I recommend this anime? Yeah, I do. It has humor, emotion, fun characters and consistently great animation. The characters are sympathetic and the events are entertaining. I had a good time watching it, so I would definitely recommend it. And with that, I thank you for watching. And if you liked this, I hope you try the recommended one on screen right now.